Nice one. Nice
Thank
tunes,
you.
Basil Poulidorus.
Watch your mouth.
I can't. My nose is in the way. Blah, 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 blah,
You got
blah.
me.
Zinged. Boom, you're roasted.
Hold on. I gotta open this up. And then yep. Beep, boop, 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 boop.
So there's a chance I'm going to go to a movie theater for the first time since February 2020.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go see Cocaine Bear? You're like, I
Not,
will not see this movie unless it's the full experience.
thinking about going to see John Wick 4.
Mmm. Nice. I hear it's really good.
I am I'm into it, whatever it is.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's gone in different directions that make sense sometimes.
I don't know anything about the fourth one.
Um, have you seen the other ones?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Like the first movie is about a guy getting
Mm-hmm.
revenge for his puppy,
Mm-hmm.
and that makes sense.
I
And
mean,
then
it's
after
more than
that,
just a dog, but yeah, uh-huh.
it goes into some other spaces.
Yeah, it does. Uh,
Do we clap it in?
hold on, I had a thought.
Was it
And
about Cocaine Bear?
no, it's about John Wick. Oh yeah, the last time. Oh God, what channel was it? Like I don't know. No, AMC. AMC did a John Wick marathon, and
Mm.
every fucking commercial was geared towards women. It was great.
It might just be because it's like it knows that you're watching.
Oh, that's true. And I do get my period, so
Yeah.
I was just hoping that that was AMC being like, you know who loves these movies? Bitches. Let's clip it
I
in.
think
Oh,
I think it's like one of the few things that like unites everyone. You
it's
know,
great.
like just like Bill and Ted's music united everyone.
Yes, very much like that.
Ted Theodore Logan all on his own doing great works.
Yeah.
All right, let's clap it.
Woo, 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 woo.
What's up, guys? It's On Fire Tonight with Josh and Tressa. We are here today to talk about Misfits of Science, Season 1, Episode 14. The episode is called Against All Oz, as in the Wizard of Oz.
Oh.
Yes, and this is your Wizard of Warnings, your one and only warning. We're about to spoil this whole episode, although there's not much to spoil. So get it together, watch it, come back. Now you're back. Welcome back, and we can discuss this great work of art.
Josh,
Tressa,
I have got a few
science.
thoughts. They'll never stop the misfits. Have no fear, they got stories for years. Hayes becomes a robot. Maybe Glow gets a cell phone. Do 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 do. Or how about a crazy wedding? What's that happens? Sorry for the clip show.
This is a clip show that happens after we haven't even aired a full season.
No!
It's a clip show. There's more Jane in clips in this episode
Then the
She's not-
entire series?
I'm pretty sure she wasn't even in the credits up at the front.
Nope.
And there's
She
as
wasn't.
much of her in this show as in any show she was in, and she hasn't been in most of them at this point.
This episode, 100%. She was in this episode more than any other episode in this entire series. Because they just kept playing the same fucking shows too, because they only have like 10 shows to do a clip show for. You guys, you have to wait at least 2 seasons before you do a clip show. At least. But thank you so much for doing this now.
Okay, so I think there might be a meta narrative happening. I suspect
Uh-huh.
that they were being threatened with mid-season cancellation if they didn't pull it together and get better ratings. Because okay, so this episode takes place like Billy has been up for days and then he falls asleep and then he wakes up in a different life, but it's just like everyone there is all of his friends, but they're like they have different attributes, and there's a bomb problem with the countdown, etc.
Yeah, a nuclear bomb has a time attached to it. It's just going to explode at the end of a timer. Not like they're just going to detonate it. They're not going to like fly it into some country or whatever. It's got a timer. It's a nuclear bomb. And it's got a timer.
Thankfully, that timer also has a voiceover. So at one point, while the bomb is like counting down and it went from yellow alert to red alert, he's like, we can't give up. And this is the nerdy version of him. And the like, everyone else in this world is either extra cool or extra nerdy or extra tough in Dick's case and in Gloria's case.
And vaguely Southern.
Yeah. What? I picked up on that too. She has a Southern accent when she's speaking authoritatively.
But kind of. Not even like really, but like maybe she had a relative that was from the South.
Well,
it was
Courtney
weird.
Cox is from Alabama.
What? Why
Courtney
was
Cox
that
is from Alabama?
Why was that accent so bad then?
I think that was a real accent. But I think that she's also hamming it up for this character.
That was weird. That was weird.
So I think this is a combination of real accent and just sort of like chewing on the scenery on like taking it to 11 in a fun way.
Yeah.
Well, so, okay. So when the bomb is like counting from yellow alert to red alert, he's like, we can't give up. And Elle is like, we're history. Kaboom. And I feel like, oh, wait a second. They're like talking about like, let's not get canceled.
You know what? Please don't cancel us. Here's all the reasons why we're great.
They did not do a great job. Like, as clip shows go, this really sucked.
Really? Of course it did. You only have a very limited number of episodes to play with. And they repeated them many times in the same clip show.
And they would just let them play out for like 5 minutes at a time. It was insane. It was insane how fucking long they would let just like an episode go on and on. And sometimes they would have clips that really didn't make their points. They would just have like quick hits of something.
Yeah.
And didn't like inform the characters at all. And all of this, by the way, is about Billy Hayes trying to understand that he is the leader. It finally comes to him. It dawns on him, but it's too late. They've wasted too much time.
Hey, you know what? I totally checked out. I was like, clip show, who gives a shit? I'll just check back in when the clip's over. I'm not really, I already saw that shit before. I don't care.
Honestly, there's so much good shit in this show that's like part of the
interludes.
The interludes that take place.
Yes.
But
I was just thinking, I wish that they could do that without doing a clip show, because I would have loved to seen that world play out without it being
but also
some
there was a
bullshit.
lot of fun in the real life lab that we see just at the beginning and end.
And we get to know one of those guys' names that's always in the lab. It's Titus.
Dinus?
Titus.
Titus. Wait, which one is Titus?
The bearded one.
I thought. He obviously
he's a Titus.
He's the go-to guy in the lab. Do you think that he's a background actor, or do you think that he worked on the show in another capacity and they were just like, oh, like
we need another guy. Go get up there.
Right. And because he has such a like specific look.
That's, you know what? Maybe.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
We'll never know.
We never will know.
We never will.
Hey, this also gave me 2 ideas or questions or something. First off, we should do a series where we just watch clip shows and not any of the other parts of the series. Just clip shows. So 80s, So, like, did any other decade do clip shows aside from the 80s, maybe early 90s?
Clip shows have never gone away.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know,
Example. Remember
I'm
that
I'm
episode of The Wire and they were like, remember that time that.
no, it's more of a sitcom thing, right?
Right.
And maybe a drama thing. Do they do it in dramas?
In sitcom, I mean, not sitcom, in soap operas maybe, but they just like say exposition a billion times instead. A
Hmm.
Family Ties, I feel like, is a big clip show love. They love a clip show at Family Ties. Remember that one special time that thing happened?
I
Oh,
mean, The
yeah.
Office definitely had at least one clip show, probably more than one. I,
I don't remember that.
I'm positive because it's like a
I
guy
believe
comes
you.
into the office to like do a review of them, and that's the excuse for a clip show. And then, oh, there's a, I don't know if you watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but
Mm,
like they have at least one clip show where the gang recycles its old garbage.
nice. Yeah, I'm
So,
saying.
you know, they lean into it.
Right, right, right. And that's great. And I'm saying we should do a series just clip shows.
They're not
Question.
fun though.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly.
why would we put ourselves through that?
Because it's really funny. Um,
Well, okay, why would a podcast audience want to hear us explore a clip show?
well, I want to know if we can gather
No, I mean,
enough.
maybe it is a really good idea. Maybe it
Thank
really
you.
is.
I want to know if we can gather enough information from these clip shows to know exactly what that show is about and who these characters are without seeing any other episodes. I want to know if the clip show works.
Oh, that's interesting. So then it has to be one that at least one of us has never seen
Hmm.
the show itself.
Or, we forgot because we have terrible memories.
Yeah, we do have terrible memories, so that's good.
Question number 2, or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Do you think that they could reboot Misfits of Science? Do you think that?
Absolutely. But
Yeah?
it would have to make sense. It still
Right.
doesn't make sense.
That's the thing. It makes no sense. Every episode is completely different in theme. In the only thing that like keeps them together are characters whose roles are always changing and bending and being different. It's
I would be
chaos.
very excited if they rebooted this and someone with a real vision said, "I'm going to take this mediocre thing and make it great."
Yeah, I mean, it was originally kind of a comedy. You could make it full blown, lean into the comedy. Lots of references, lots and lots of references. You got science, you got mysteries,
Science. You don't have science, you have science.
you got crime. It's like Law and Order and Bones. I don't know what I'm talking about. And uh, that one, Ancient Aliens, and it's everything in one fucking show, dude. You cannot disappoint anyone with this show ever. Everyone is fulfilled.
Well, except I think that's why it's so disappointing, right? Because like they try to do
Yeah,
everything all at the same time.
yeah. And instead of one thing being great, it all kind of is bland.
Right. And then occasionally you have episodes where they really focused in on a concept and they explored character in a new way that we hadn't seen before that like created rules and made sense. Like
Mhm.
like I I keep thinking about that spy episode. It's the best episode.
It's not my favorite.
What's your favorite?
I don't know, but it was a great episode. I'm not saying that, but it cannot be my favorite because it's so different from the others.
I think that's
Why
half
it's
the
your
reason.
favorite?
Well, I mean, part of it is because they decided they're going to do a hard boiled noir
Hmm.
and they're going to stick to the rules of hard boiled noir.
Hmm.
And they do that. Like they obey those rules. And then on top of that, the voiceover does this amazing, like, arrested development thing.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Like, I
I
don't know if that had ever been done before.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like, I don't know if Arrested Development is sort of like considered the first to do that thing.
Yeah, I don't know either. But yeah, I didn't
We
even
we should do some
consider that.
research. But yeah,
Yeah.
but then because it functions not only as like the real hard-boiled voiceover, but it's also a counterpoint to what's really happening,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, we get a new look at several characters that make more sense in that episode than they ever did before. Johnny B, like, there were no drawbacks other than like water might be bad for him, but it's unclear. If he has too much electricity, he has to let it out, right? Like,
Uh-huh.
no, the idea that like he's got like a pressure
Yeah,
inside of
he's
him.
got like electricity blue balls. Yeah. Yep. But it's
Anyway, we
yeah,
haven't
but
seen enough more of that, but like that's why that episode is so good for me.
I get it. It's a great episode.
All right, but let's concentrate on this clip show, which, by the way, I don't think they even had any of that spy episode in,
Nope.
right?
Absolutely not. Mm-mm.
What
Too
the fuck
different.
happened?
I don't know. And
Oh, maybe
all
it is
these
too different.
and also maybe they couldn't cut the narration out and that would be weird. It'd be you
Yeah,
couldn't put in there.
maybe,
What
maybe.
what Okay, so these are supposed to be memories of Hayes's dreams, these flashback clips. But he wasn't even there for some of them.
What are you gonna get hung up on that?
Yep.
Guys, sorry, this doesn't work.
Technically, this is wrong. Hey,
All right,
let's go through the
let's go
characters.
back to the beginning of the episode.
Uh-huh.
We've got aerobics happening. There's a waiter trying to balance stuff on a tray. There's a mime. There's a dental exam. And also we have a return of another like lab favorite, the psychic lady.
Oh, is she the one that was knitting?
Yeah, she was like, oh, I'll just move out of the way, like right before thing falls.
Oh, I
We
couldn't.
saw her in a previous
Yeah,
episode.
I totally forgot. I didn't know who that was. Like they
Yeah.
made a point to point her out, and I was like, I don't know who the fuck that is. Am I supposed to know who that is? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
We
Got
had
it.
a little blip of her.
Yeah. So the lab's complete chaos.
Right. So yeah. So we should just concentrate on the chaos in the lab and like forget about the stupid clip show. Like why don't just have what if they got trapped in the lab?
Uh-huh.
An episode where they're just like stuck with all the people that they're doing stupid tests on. There's even a line about like in my drinking there were all these strange people and we were doing stupid experiments on them.
Yes.
It's funny.
Yes. I think that they should have just made this a mirror universe episode like in Star Trek where they somehow open up an alternate dimension and they're like, "Oh my god, the exact opposite of us is in this other alternate dimension." And this nuclear bomb has a time on it for some reason. See, already better. No clips. It's great. Just let's play that out.
There's so much Max Wright in this episode.
Oh my god, and it's so fucking good.
He plays a tough janitor who's also a lady killer.
Oh, he is disgusting.
But he's fucking awesome. And also, Elle gets to call him Dickie, but Billy does not. He's like, he calls me Dickie. You call me Dick. So like we have like Dick and Dickie going on constantly in this episode.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. I don't know if it was in a clip or if it was him as I think it was a clip. But he did this really, yeah, it was a clip. He did this really great Don Knotts face. And I was like, wow, if anyone else on Earth did that face, I would hate it so much. But Max Wright can pull off Don Knotts like nobody's business. He's like, the shocked, wide-eyed, whoa, 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 whoa face. Loved it. Max Wright, you're the best.
The incredible Mr. Limpet.
Yep.
I wish I was a fish.
Yeah, that's right.
What the chicken, Mr. What's the chicken one?
I don't remember.
Oh my God. I used to watch so many Don Knotts movies on UHF, like as a little kid.
Apple Dumpling Gang. Was he in
Was
that?
he in that one?
I don't know.
I think that's Tim Conway.
Yeah, but wasn't he also in it?
Maybe.
He was part of the gang? I don't know.
Also, are apple dumplings a thing?
Yes. And they're delicious.
Okay. So are apple dumplings like the old-fashioned McDonald's apple pies?
No.
Are they boiled or fried?
I think they're like fritters.
They're like fritters.
I think so. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, but is there like a dumpling shell around it?
No. Like,
Is it
chicken
just
and
another name for an apple fritter?
it might be maybe like a donut hole sized apple fritter. Like, chicken and dumplings, and you got a big doughy ball in your chicken soup.
Okay.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
Okay. Science. Right from my heart. Yeah, so in this mirror universe, Johnny B is an electrician who seems basically mentally challenged. He's not
He-
just a nerd, he's got some developmental problem.
He's a fucking nerd, is what he is. He has asthma, Josh.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, he does have asthma.
Only nerds have asthma.
Yeah, or if, you grew up in a polluted area like most of us city dwellers.
Nerds!
Yeah, so Gloria gets to be a security guard with a beret and a billy club, marching around giving people like stern Southern lady orders.
I'm so shook that she's from Alabama.
Yeah.
That was the fakest sounding. I don't want to do this Southern accent, but I'm going to because the director is making me. It did not sound like she was trying at all.
Have you been to Alabama? It's
No,
a thick
I
accent.
have not. Yeah,
It's a
it is
real-
thick. Hers was not. Hers was like, I guess I'll throw a little twang at the end of this sentence. It was weird.
Honestly, if you hear me speaking with a Boston accent, it's time to duck. And I think that might
You're
be
about
true
to
of her
throw
as well.
fists?
Yeah. I think that her tough and authoritative place exists in some aspect of her native accent.
Okay.
And for me, it's like, oh, did Josh just drop an R or two? Hand him a glass of water and walk away.
Give
He's
him a
drunk
sandwich
and
leave.
violent.
Oh, that's fascinating. I can't wait to see that someday.
Yeah, it doesn't come out much. I
Yeah,
don't really drink much,
I can't see it coming out much, but
and I'm not interested in violence.
I know.
Dick
Unless you're
Stetmeyer
talking
tells us,
about-
live fast, die young, leave a good-looking corpse. And who am I to argue?
Absolutely. I mean, it's too late for me, but yeah. And also, it's got to be too late for Dickie.
How old do you think Max Wright is at the time this show was being made? Definitely younger than we are
Bro.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
In my gut, I want to say he's in his late 50s, but knowing what I know about how people looked in the 80s, he's probably in his 30s.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah,
weird.
I'm going to say 35.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, God, you guys aged fast then. No, you
Age
didn't.
fast, die young.
Leave a mediocre corpse looking.
Leave an ugly corpse.
That's right. That's how it goes. When he says that, Nance is like, "You're disgusting." Which that's not even
Right?
disgusting.
She's
And
the boss.
the look on Dick's face when she says that, he is devastated. How could she say that? I just want to die young.
Yeah, and that's like coming just minutes after he was making fun of Johnny B for I don't know exactly what happened, but he ended up going home with both girls.
Ah, yeah. He had some sort of waitress sandwich or something.
Yeah.
I yeah.
Yeah.
Dick, come on.
What the fuck, my dudes? Science is over. Class dismissed.
All right, so let's okay, Okay, have we gone over all the characters? We got L is the hard ass boss. He's a real dickhead. Hayes
He's
is
all business. I wouldn't say
yeah,
he's a dickhead, but he's all
he's
business.
kind of a dickhead. He Hayes is just a regular scientist dude. Maybe a tiny bit of a nerd, but science. He's got a little bit of hair sticking up in the back of his head, but science.
His hair is slicked down rather than feathered.
Right.
His normal feathered look
Uh-huh.
shows you that he's like a carefree beach dude.
Yeah, yeah.
His
Slick
slicked
down.
down mirror universe says like
He
he
almost has
hasn't
asthma.
yeah, he's borderline asthmatic.
We got Johnny B, and he is the nerdiest of the nerds. And boy, oh boy.
He doesn't even like rock and roll.
No,
He's afraid
gross.
of motorcycles and he
Uh-huh.
definitely can't shoot lightning bolts. He'd
No.
electrocute himself.
But he does work with electricity. That seems like a poor choice. We got Glow, who is like a security guard or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
She.
she's like the French Foreign
Mhm.
Legion slash security guard.
Her outfit was dope as hell. I'll give her that.
Oh, maybe she's supposed to be what are those dickheads? The Guardian Angels.
Yeah, the guardian angels work in this high federal government building. Uh-huh, that's what it is.
Did you have do Guardian Angels
Yeah.
exist in Chicago?
They did in the 90s. I haven't taken the
Yeah.
train forever, but they did back then. I don't know if they still do. I have no idea.
Self-appointed vigilantes.
Yeah, they are great. Always super beefy, scary looking dudes are just doing the right thing. Okay, we got.
Are
Why
they
did.
or are they just
I don't know.
racist with berets?
Oh, were they? I have no idea. I just. Because I feel like I saw a lot of black guys that did that. What are they called? Uh, Red berets. What are they called? Guardian
Yeah,
angels.
yeah, I think they have. Yeah, they're guardian angels. I think they wear red berets. I think. Well, you know what? I don't know. I
Let's
don't want to
talk.
paint with too broad a brush because, like, I'm sure that there are lots of good and bad people on both sides.
Oh yeah. Thank you. You know what? They should have brought back Jane for this episode because she would have been there for what, a couple hours?
She would be there holding a baby while a nuclear bomb goes off.
Yeah, that'd be
Science
great.
is over. Your
Class.
baby's dead.
We got Nance, and we got a whole montage of Nance in her clips.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of showing one piece of an episode, we got bits and pieces of a bunch of them, and I loved her montage. She's the hard ass other boss, Elle's boss in this alternate reality. Who else? Is that it? That's it, right?
Yeah, I
Well,
think
and
so.
Dick. That's it. So this clip show has been covered. Now, anyway, in the reboot, who are we casting?
I want Courtney Cox to be the Dick Stetmeyer.
That's good.
Like maybe she is Gloria grown up, but also like I think she could give us good Stetmeyer vibes. Like I think that she could be in charge, but also like selling failure that way.
I don't
She's very
know.
talented.
She is. I don't think that I could approve of her Don Knotts faces though, as I do with Max. But I do like the idea of her as the new Stetmeyer.
So,
Maybe she married Stetmeyer and her name is Stetmeyer.
or maybe he adopted her. She's still 17 and will be forever.
That doesn't track with the rest of this show.
What if she's still 17 in the reboot and just plays the same character?
And she's still 17.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
she's very youthful. I don't know.
Yeah, not that youthful, but yeah. All right, who we got for Hayes? What asshole would play Hayes? Someone in his late 20s, early 30s,
Oh,
blonde,
we need like a broy
carefree.
type dude.
Uh-huh.
Well, but what if we don't have a broy type dude? What if we have
You know,
what
I
like
was going like one for one, but let's hear what you got to say.
well, I mean like let's dreamcast this as good as we can make it, right?
So you want to change the characters, is what you're saying.
I want to make I want to take a mediocre concept
Hmm.
and polish the shit out of it and make it fucking awesome. So if the idea originally that like Billy Hayes is basically a combination Bill Murray, Val Kilmer type,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
something like that,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
then maybe we get someone that has like a Bill Murray vibe or a Val Kilmer vibe, but like not like it's clear that the actor playing Billy Hayes, uh, is it Paul Martin Dean? Paul Dean Paul Dean Martin.
Yeah, yeah.
Paul Dean Martin. He has real charisma, but he doesn't have the type of charisma that they wanted this character to have. And so it's like if they had just let him be himself, I bet
Yeah.
that guy is better than what they were trying to make him be.
It's too bad he passed. I would have liked to see who he grew into.
I agree. I agree. I would have liked to have seen more stuff from him.
Me too.
So who is a young, fun guy?
I don't know actors anymore. I think I just realized I don't know anybody who does anything anymore.
Hmm.
I don't even remember what shows I watch. My mind is blank.
Oh, here's my pitch for the new Billy Hayes,
Let's hear it.
the Keith Stanfield.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I like
right?
that. I like that
Right?
a lot. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good. All right, done.
All right. All right, that's pretty good, right? Like
It's great. I love it. Okay, who's L? Has to be a tall person. Who's tall? Who is
I'm
tall in
well, here's
Hollywood?
the thing. Is L does L have to be a big person that gets small
Small person that gets big.
or just someone else who's like a scientist that has like
A
uh
different kind of misfit is what you're saying?
yeah. I feel like
Okay.
L's character is one of the least defined
Yeah,
of the whole show. So it's tricky to like try to recast that, but it also gives us great freedom.
that's true. But yeah, they really treated him like an insignificant sidekick in writing him. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just want to move on. Unless you have an idea, I want to move on to Johnny B.
I think one of the greatest second bananas of all time is Andy Richter.
Oh my god, I love Andy Richter.
Yeah, he's one of the few celebrities I've like engaged on the street to be like, I think you're great.
That's fantastic. And did he tell you fuck off?
No, he was really nice.
Of course he was.
Um,
Do you remember
okay.
Andy Richter controls the universe?
Yeah, it's great.
So good.
Um, okay, so wait, that's two of them. Who would our new Johnny B be?
Okay, let's think about his character. He's just gross. That's it.
No, 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 no. He's a rock god who had an accident happen to him, and he's had to go live in seclusion.
Okay.
Think like Marlon Brando after he like took himself off the map, like somebody like that.
Like a legend.
Not like actually Marlon Brando. I'm just saying, like, instead
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
way Johnny B is played on this show,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
imagine if Johnny B were played like the
Yeah.
real life Marlon Brando.
Yeah, yeah. I get it. And I feel like you know what? Pedro Pascal isn't working enough. Let's throw him a bone.
He's too much for the show, you know? Like,
Just like Johnny B.
but I mean, Pedro Pascal couldn't be that character.
He, Josh, he can do anything.
He's great. He
Mm-hmm.
has,
Oh, Nicolas Cage.
actually, I love that.
I know. It's kind of perfect.
That's a great idea.
You're welcome.
Who is Gloria? Who is as good as Courtney Cox is in this?
I mean, she's got to be a teenager, or does she? That's kind of her whole thing, is that she gets overlooked because she's a teenager. And if that's like, if she has to be, I have no fucking idea. The only young
Right.
person I know acting is the the girl in Wednesday, and I didn't watch that, so I don't know.
Um, huh. Yeah, I don't know if I know young enough actors. I mean, you could have someone who's like a little bit older that plays slightly younger,
Well, sure.
or you could like go even younger.
True. But then it'd be even grosser when they get gross, because we gotta leave that in.
Hmm.
I don't.
All right, so I don't think she reads as a teenager, but I like Tessa Thompson.
Oh, I love her. Oh, yeah. She would be so great. Snarky, large and in charge.
But like could also do like her character's overlooked and there's
Mm-hmm.
comedy in that.
Yes.
I feel like she's a strong maybe. Who else
Great.
do we need? We need a Miss Nance and we need a Stepmire.
We're not gonna stick with Courtney Cox.
Maybe you like her as the new Stepmire?
I do like that idea a lot, especially if it's the same character and she married
Well,
Stepmeyer.
but then she would still have her powers.
That's true.
And maybe that's interesting.
Maybe the new Glow is her daughter.
Maybe. Also on parole.
Of course. And she gets it. She's been through it. They can have heart to hearts.
Would there be a Jane? Would there be a Miss Nance?
There's got to be. There's got to be. I mean, Jane. Someone that we can just throw away after a couple episodes.
All right, so maybe not for Jane. But we need a Miss Nance. Who is a great Miss Nance?
Oh, there's gotta be somebody good. You see, everything I can think of, they're all older. They're all my age because I don't know anything about new people.
Yeah. What about Melissa Rauch?
I don't know who that is.
She is the new Night Court.
The whole show?
Yeah.
I don't know who's in that.
Okay. How about John Larroquette?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. 100%.
All right. We're going to have to watch more things that young people watch.
Ah, fuck.
And just newly made things so that we're more conversant with the world.
I hate learning.
Science, straight from my heart.
Sorry for the clip show. We got stories for years. Do 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 do. How about a crazy wedding?
Okay. Why has there been no wedding episode, but there has been a clip show episode? How has that even happened?
How come no one has turned into a robot?
Why haven't they added a kid?
Oh my God, that's like sitcom 101. Once the ratings start to go, you add a kid.
It was too soon. They never had a chance. The ratings didn't go because the ratings were never there.
But Jane was right there with the baby. They could have just brought Jane's baby on.
That's too young a kid.
Yeah, you're right.
We need like
But then next season, the baby could be 10 years old. They do that all the time.
Can you imagine if Kihei Juan, coming straight out of being Short Round and in the Goonies, was on this show?
Oh my God.
I'm serious. Like,
I know, that would have been great.
It would have been fucking awesome.
You guys, why? Why did you let this go? You could have gone so far with this. Especially with this bullshit that you're pulling right now.
Fucking, you missed out on Oscar winner Short Round.
You could have had the world.
Anyway, there were a lot of ways to make this show work back then. They didn't do. We're going to have to, I don't know what we're going to have to do.
Make some phone calls.
We got to make some phone calls. I don't know. I'm afraid to use my phone just like everyone else in the present day, but. Guys, that's all the time we have for this episode. Thanks so much for joining us. This has been On Fire Tonight with Josh and Tressa. Science is over.
Class dismissed.